training and running, running and training. But for what? What is the point of it all? They have no race coming up. They're not even appearing at any Olympics, especially not this one here. They're just running in circles, literally going nowhere. And look at these guys. Been practicing that shot all morning, still hasn't scored. He's more Rodney than Rooney. I'm not sure he's getting better or worse with practice. Maybe the key is to start young, if you want to make it to the big time, to hone your skills before age takes its toll. But is that even enough if you have no natural talent? I don't know. I need some answers.
Hello Ben, how can I help?
Well, Matthew, there's been a question that's been troubling my mind. Why should people bother trying to get better at sport if they don't have any natural talent?
Well, I think the idea of talent is misleading and in very many ways overrated. Take me in table tennis. When I became the England #1, I thought, well, I must be super talented. But the top players in the country at that time, 80% of them, didn't just come from the same town or the same suburb, but from the very same street. There hadn't been a genetic mutation. We happened to have the best coach who gave us access to the only 24-hour-a-day club. So we practiced before school, after school, weekends, at holidays. Over many, many years, we transformed ourselves from perfectly ordinary players into world-class players.
Which is more important, nature or nurture?
We certainly need a bit of both. If you're going to be a great champion at something, then you're going to need to practice and you need to kind of put in the hours for it. So that's where the nurture comes in. It's actually the ability to sustain practice and do the right kind of practice, which is going to allow you to become someone who's very successful.
It's interesting that, for example, world-class ice dancers fall over more often in practice than intermediate ice dancers, which sounds kind of paradoxical, but the reason is they're always pushing themselves. They're attempting jumps that are at the outer limits of their capabilities. It's a branch of science called epigenetics. The brain is rewired as we practice.
Practice doesn't make perfect. You only have to think of your handwriting, for instance, how as you get older, the more you write, the worse you get. Only perfect practice will make perfect. To improve, you have to be very specific about what you're aiming to do and targeted.
When it comes to performing under pressure, that can sometimes do funny things to even the best of athletes.
The problem when you're under pressure is you're so nervous you start thinking consciously about the shot you're playing. And you're intruding upon your subconscious competence, and that's what triggers a choking response. What great champions have is the ability to trust their subconscious competence, to allow the skill that they've built over many, many years to manifest itself, and just in the Nike commercial, to just do it.
There's a whole wide range of things that people can do to change how they feel in a specific area. The interesting thing about when we mentally rehearse something vividly, it actually fires up the same neurology in the brain as if we were really experiencing it. So you can imagine yourself in that Olympic final, for instance, performing how you want to perform. The more you actually do that, the more the body and mind get used to it. So when you come to the real thing, you're more prepared.
So whether it's in the Olympic park or your local park, it seems being on top of your game is as much a mental challenge as it is physical.